Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Underrail. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today as we talk to Mediant Samuel over here about a couple, as I move my microphone as well, about a couple of questions. There's these two, basically. It's the only two that we haven't done yet. Since I hope you are now convinced I am not a wimp, I'm gonna say, apparently, I'd like to hear if you've got any more work for me. He laughs. I'm beginning to like you more and more, but be careful what you wish for, sister, for I do have some interesting work which could once again expose you to great dangers. I fear nothing, your notability. Tell me of it. Great. Where I am about to send you next is going to be the exact same place you were told not to go. And that place is the West Wing of the Institute of Chort. I thought that, missing T over there, I thought that was an easy answer, but never mind. Moving on. Approximately 5 days ago, a RASA 4 combat unit under the command of a Freighter Mateo was dispatched to the West Wing after Principal Investigator Steff of the Department of Physics informed us about a strong electromagnetic emissions detected from the West Wing's northern section. The West Wing hasn't been opened since year 67, just over 30 years ago, and so we were reluctant to do anything about it. But after Steff consulted His Excellency, we finally decided to dispatch a unit. Unfortunately, that turned out to be a mistake, completely abortive. We lost all contact with them. We do not know where they are. What happened to them? Nothing, sister. Nothing happened to them. No, we do not know where they are or what happened to them. We know nothing, sister. Harmos Stravos, as dedicated to Chortism and intelligent as he is, a man I truly respect. Don't get me wrong. I do get you wrong a lot, because my god, get to the point. Harmos Stravos should have listened to my advice. Do you agree? No? No. I couldn't answer. What I want from you is simple. Go to the West Wing and find out what happened to the missing unit, and then return and report your findings to me. We will consider our actions from there. Why did you wait 5 days to look for them? I hope you realize, sister, that another unit sent there could potentially meet the same fate as the first one. It is a great risk. Now, with you coming along and doing some impressive feats on your own, I thought why not drop this one on the table and see if you are interested, sister. I don't know what that means. He thought why not drop this one on the table? What? What do you mean, drop? I don't understand what that sentence means. He's dropping me on a table? And see if I'm interested? I don't know. Anyway, maybe it's like an expression that means, well, whatever. Like, you know, the throwing caution to the wind. That's probably what it means. And just be, yeah, that's probably, yeah, I think, yeah, that's, yeah, because, you know, throwing caution to the wind, that's a weird expression, if you take it literally. Obviously, it's an idiom, so you're supposed to not take it literally, but the point is, yeah, I thought, why not throw caution to the wind and see if you're interested, sister? That makes a lot more sense. Sure, I'll go to the West Wing. Well, in that case, short guide you, sister. Take the door past Idine's library and take care. I will take both of them. Thank you, your notability. I will also want to ask about the lunatics. They're really drawn to the Institute, it seems. First the figurine and then the utility station. Do you have a theory, maybe a hypothesis, on what drives them to do that? Please, I'd rather not discuss the motives of those inbred ferals. Their actions are a product of their devolved minds and as such are devoid of reasoning and logic. Therefore, why try to understand something which cannot be understood? Agree, no? I don't. Your phrasing is weird and terrible. Short guide you and all that, and let's continue exploring because we need to go past Idine's. Well, we probably know where it is now. He told me where it is, so yay for that. We need to go past Idine's. He called it a study. What did he actually call it? Idine's place. It's back to where we were. But first, we are gonna explore all of this stuff and probably get ourselves into trouble because I don't think we're supposed to be up here. Are we supposed to be up here? There's nobody here to tell me no. The doors are not red. File cabinets can be opened. And we have Judicator Azarias and Provost Vladam. I can also... Oh, the instant you make your presence known, the two men turn their heads toward you. They both look to be in their late 50s, and based on their robe decorations, seem to be of some higher authority in the shortest hierarchy. Without hesitation, one of them speaks to you with a determined yet smooth voice. It's the man with the pointier, skinnier face.
Excuse me, sister. I don't know who you are, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave this office. Judicator Azarias and I are in the middle of an important discussion, and I really cannot afford to be interrupted.
The other man is quick to join in. Join in what? The beating of me? It's not really a beating, but, you know, the sort of berating of me. His round, wrinkled face that had a stern expression ever since you came in, which was very fast, turns red. His voice is only slightly deeper, but significantly harsher. Only slightly deeper, so how am I going to make it? Well, you're going to find out in a little bit. Even a bit strained. I do have a voice for that. Than the other man's. A bit strained than the other man's, absolutely. Making him sound much more imposing.
Magnificent Short! What is the meaning of this audacious intrusion? How dare you barge into Provost's office like that? Please calm down, Judicator. Remember that Brother Jerry Franz told you about getting upset. Or what? Yes. Think of your health. Also, come to think of it, I believe this young woman here is the novitiate who retrieved the reaching man from the feral lunatics, which of course does not give her the right to barge into my office, as you say. Still, we can forgive her for this act under the assumption that it never repeats again.
It's not about repeating again. You can only... It hasn't repeated. I will repeat it, and then I will not repeat it again. Does that make sense? Because repeating means that it's the second time.
Correct, novitiate?
Oh, no, that was the other one.
Correct, novitiate. If you say so, Vladan, I mean your great honor. But were this all my office an act of disrespect, just as this would not be tolerated so lightheartedly, I assure you. Yeah, I have no doubt in your words, Judicator. Now, young novitiate, I will ask you again politely to leave us to our discussion. Thank you.
But I had questions.
Oh, would you leave already? Out?
Oh, I think that was the other one. Okay, I can't take their stuff. That was much ado about hopefully characters that will appear later, because that was the characters being set up basically, so, you know, so that we can know their personalities and whatnot. But I have the slight suspicion we're never gonna see them again, which is good because I will forget their voices. We have Episcopos Lydia over here. You come up to a slim middle-aged woman who welcomes you to her office with an indistinct gaze, while her attractive face... Indistinct gaze, what the heck? Is like an unfocused gaze? Because indistinct is not synonym to unfocused. I'm just grasping at straws here. She has a plain face, I think it might be what it is, because we're just all immediately talking about how hot she is. And I think starting with while she's hot as hell, she's also, you wouldn't recognize her if you saw her before, because she's very indistinct or something. Let's find out if it is. Marked by prominent green eyes, her attractive face is. While what? Her everything are not... okay, I will read what this sentence is. I don't know if it will make sense. While her attractive face, marked by prominent green eyes, has an even, almost wrinkle-free appearance. That's the one. I was missing that. Her deeply lined, scrawny fingers and her loose neck skin are an honest indicator of her true age. I don't know what is honest about them, but apparently they are. Her voice is calm and collected and only slightly rough on the edges of the voice. Additionally, more than one thing about her appearance and behavior seem familiar to you, but you cannot immediately figure out why. So I have no idea. What I don't figure out why is what the heck, why her gaze is indistinct. She asks, "Short is evolution. May I help you?" Evolution is short. I'm Carrie, and I had some questions for you. Carrie. Yes, I know exactly who you are. I am Episcopos Lydia. Welcome to my office. I have very little time to chat, so I ask of you that to make your questions brief and as concise as possible. Now, what is it you need of me, Carrie? What do you do here? You mean in a sense, what job does an episcopos perform? No, in all senses, not just in one sense, but in all senses. If so, then the answer is simple. An episcopos oversees and manages all 3 departments within the investigation. I have been in this position for, I'd say, almost 10 years, and during that time we have had numerous achievements. Does that answer your question, Carrie? No. Can you tell me more? Then you will have to wait for a more appropriate moment. I have plenty of work to do at the moment, and time is short. What can you tell me about investigation? Investigation can be summarized easily with a single word: knowledge. And as you know by now, I hope, Chortism views Chort as both a physical entity and a symbol of knowledge related to it. A symbol of knowledge related to... to what? It's a symbol of knowledge related to knowledge, I think. To the physical entity. No, right, okay. Yeah, it's... Right, okay. It's the... Chort is seen as both... Right, this is a roundabout way. It's both seen as the physical entity of Chort, as well as the knowledge about Chort. But it doesn't stop there, she says, even though she said she doesn't have time. The evolution of humankind does not benefit just from genetic research, for example, by making ourselves physically resilient, like, say, the recombinants. Physical form is only one fragment of the complex natural puzzle we have obliged ourselves to solve. An investigation's goal is to discover each and every one of these fragments. Knowledge is key, Carrie. That is all from me. For other details regarding investigation, you are to seek Preposter Amelia. I will leave you now. Your Eminence, Chort guide you. Chort guide you, sister. I thought I was supposed to say a different thing. Not Chort guide you, but apparently that's what I said. We have a vase over there for some rubber balls. We have another vase over there that doesn't matter. We have a door there that we can't go through. Might as well talk to these guys. The Faceless are nothing compared to the Preservation Forces. I think it said proven with an exclamation mark at the end. Which is ridiculous. It's ridiculous to say it like that, but whatever. So that guy goes away. I cannot open that door. I can open this door, and there it is. Preposterous Amelia. Okay, I can't open that one either. But that one doesn't have computer, so it probably doesn't matter to go in there. It's just rooms with loot that I don't care for, as we have seen. Preposter Amelia.
Gary, I am very pleased to see you. What can I do for you?
Is she the one... Is she the one that interrogated me? I think she is. Can you tell me more about the West Wing?
The West Wing was in ruins long before the existence of the Institute of Chort and was always sealed off from the rest of the building. From the great earthquake of year 24 when the earthquake struck and demolished the library, refectory, and a good part of the main hall, a discussion took place about whether to restore the West Wing together with everything else. Since the Institute building is very large, and especially back when the number of members was small, there was no need to rebuild the severely damaged West Wing. It would take away too many resources from other more important things. Therefore, the entrance to it was sealed again. Its entrance was sealed again while other damaged sections were repaired. As years passed, various creatures found their home in the darkness of the West Wing. People began complaining about scratching sounds coming from the walls, hearing strange voices calling them. Some even mentioned seeing the Faceless looking at them from the ventilation grates and other lightless openings. I think she talked about this already. I remember the ventilation grates. The whole text was familiar to me, but I just wanted confirmation. This game really needs the typical thing of RPGs getting their dialogue choices sort of like grayed out. Not because you can't click on them, but because you just to tell you that you've heard them already. Because, that just helps. It's just a good feature. Okay, so, well, I'm supposed to go over here. The West Wing is to the east, I think. Unless I'm mistaken. Let's also get rid of autosave on transitions, because we don't need that. Unless I am mistaken.
Yeah, this is pretty difficult to navigate. I think this is a dead end. I don't think this is where we're supposed to go. And as it turns out, it is. No, it is not. Yeah, that's Octavia. Yeah, right. It's to the north of here now. Just wanted confirmation to know where I was, because otherwise, yeah. Yeah, I actually knew where it was. I didn't need to look the fool. No, dang it. This is where we found the guy. But that doesn't mean this is where we're supposed to go. So I am looking the fool even more. Yeah, so basically my problem here is that I don't know where Idine is. I know Idine was here, but I don't know where he is now, because he left. And we can't go... Oh, there's a door there. Oh. Well, I can see things very easily, and I'm definitely not... I play good. I play so good. Okay, there's a investigator over here called Vuk. The man you just approached seems casual and relaxed. He's a casual man, as in... That's just a thing that somebody can be. His suit is covered with dirt, blood, and some green slime, and you notice what appears to be large strands of hair stuck in the slime. In the blood, I suppose. He extends his right hand to shake yours, but withdraws it in the last moment, before you were to shake it, after noticing that the cleanliness of the hands matches that of his suit, and he can't abide by that, can he? Hey, sis, is there something I can help you with? Short is evolution, brother. I am Carrie, and I would like to ask you a few questions. Evolution is short. I'm Vuk. Well, since I'm on a break, I suppose I could answer a few questions. Go ahead, sis, ask. What do you do around here? Well, sis, I'm one of the biologists working in this department, and as you can see from my general appearance, this is a very, very dirty job. To give an example, this green stuff I'm covered with actually comes from one of the coil spiders we have in the holding pens. I was in its enclosure, and then it approached and suddenly regurgitated this stuff all over me. I've yet to figure out why. I am not in the mood to talk about regurgitation. Can we discuss something else? This is serious stuff I'm talking about, sis. You have to get used to these sort of things if you wish to work in the department. I don't wish to work in the department. How come these creatures you have here aren't aggressive? Well, they threw up on him. Of course they're aggressive. I mean, just maybe not necessarily with the electrical kind of thing. It's all due to the pacification procedures we have performed on them. Only the dangerous ones, like burrowers and coil spiders, they usually don't tolerate human presence and show it by trying to tear you to pieces. Pacification? How do you do that? As you probably suspect already, we have found a way to make the creatures non-aggressive to other species. Yes, it's the pacification. How do you do that? Unfortunately, I can't tell you the details of how we do it. Well, at least I don't know if I'm allowed to, so I better not. Seek Rista, or Pi. Sorry, P.I. No, not or. Our P.I. He's in charge of the project and can tell you more. Sorry, sis. Since you work with animals, do you have any spare... There should be a comb over there. Do you have any spare organs or other parts that I can acquire? I'm in charge of that, but you'll get nothing for free if that's what you're implying. On the other hand, I could sell you some, but you know what? Go talk to Principal Investigator Rista and see if you can get his permission. If he says, yes, then come back to me. I'll wait here. Right, I'll go talk to him. Short guide you, and good luck. Good luck? Why? I had other questions, though. Hey, good to see you, Carrie. How can I help you? Can you tell me who's in charge here? Ah, ha, 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 ha. You seek Principal Investigator Rista, right? His office is over there. That's his office. Enter at your own risk. Short guide you. Short guide you. Ditto, sis. So his office is over there. I would like to know where there is, but there is over here. Principal Investigator Rista. It's a good thing that I can see in isometric. Otherwise, it'd be kind of a lot more difficult to figure out directions. Hello. You come up to a man who seems to be studying some papers. As he raises his head to look at you, you immediately feel he doesn't approve of you being in his office. Is it the long and overemphasized sigh that gave you that impression? Maybe, says the narrator, being snarky. Stop being snarky, narrator. Is it the tired and overwhelming stare that you feel could push you outside with enough force to also knock you off your feet? Or is it his clenching fist that could end up causing serious pain if someone were to not be careful? In any case, while you ponder all this, the man decides to speak first and does so in a deep and gravely voice, because you are basically stuck not being able to talk when it's the first... when you can never talk to somebody. You can never... Have you noticed? No, there probably are some exceptions, but like 99% of the characters, we cannot talk to them before they talk to us. And so we're stuck, having to do this nonsense dance of just, you know, watching his fists or whatnot.
Short as evolution, I am Principal Investigator Rista, and I sincerely hope you weren't sent by Lydia.
Lydia? Who's that?
She's our chief investigator, but... Wait, you're that new sis?
That's a very rude way of saying things.
The one who got the figurine, yes. Still, every time someone enters my office, it equals either more work or more problems. It is how the universe works.
Apparently not just the Institute of Chort. He could say it's how the Institute of Chort works, or maybe how my career works. No, it's the universe itself.
Proven over and over again.
That's not how it works. But they're a pseudoscientific cult, so it makes sense that he would say this. That's not how science works. You don't prove things over and over again. You disprove things. You can disprove them over and over again, but you can also just disprove them the one time, and that's it.
Magnificent Short. It's either a sudden symposium I have to prepare for in a hurry, or some new project with an unrealistic deadline, or some other problem or disaster in the lab.
I'm not here to give you work, so you can relax. In fact, I was hoping for the opposite. I'm the one looking for work. You hear rushed footsteps behind you. Slowly they become closer and closer. And they also come closer and closer. I cannot do anything but wait and see what happens. The man finally comes to a still after... The animal caretaker does. Mr. Animal Caretaker. Finally comes to a still after storming into the office very slowly. You can tell he wants to expel something important as soon as possible. Please don't do that. But severe shortness of breath prevents him from doing so. After a few moments, that I absolutely cannot interrupt, he regains himself and his breath, and is finally able to explain what urged him to come in such haste.
I'm so sorry to bother you, investigator. I know you said you don't wish to be disturbed, but we have a major problem. Oh, really? Oh, really? Well, thank this miss here for stepping into my office and causing all this chaos. It's her fault.
He turns toward you.
See, this is what I have been talking about. Every time someone walks into my office, problem.
Wait, that's actually false. Factually false. Because I walked into his office, and there was no problem. And then that guy over there walked into his office, and there was a problem. So 50% of the time that people walked into his office right now didn't result in problems. Like, on the face of it. Not only would it be pseudoscientific, or a complete joke, for him to take this conclusion, but also he's factually false just off the basis of the evidence that we have at hand.
Why can't people let me work in peace? Why, Short, why? And then people complain when I lock the door.
What, you can't possibly... No. Yeah, let's hear what this is all about first and discuss who's responsible for it later.
One of the NPS specimens has escaped its holding cell and is running rampant. I don't know how it happened, but I was by the stairs doing my work, and I suddenly heard strange and loud sounds coming from down there. I took a peek, and I saw it. Which one? Don't tell me. Psycho. Indubitably. Well, since this is all your fault, whoever you are the one who's going to catch it.
Okay. Well, tell me what I need to do and what this Psycho is.
Psycho is one of our NPS specimens that escaped its enclosure and is making a home in the Type 2 specimen section, as you have just heard. What it is it's a genetically engineered Azuridae with a deadly arsenal of psi abilities at its disposal. I reckon it's a bit too frightened to climb the stairs, or else it'd already be causing havoc in the lab. But that could change at any moment.
And how am I supposed to capture it?
Well, we have a portable neural pacifier that could calm, that's the word, the creature down. Should
down. It should. This emphasis on the should. In case you haven't heard it. Should. I'm really stuck on this. It's, anyway. Just so you know, indubitably, it is not an easy task, since you have to somehow incapacitate the creature, and then put the device on its head, and then activate it. The psycho is very tough, so your best bet is to tire out or weaken the creature first before. That's usually, first comes before. It's fine. Before, ignore the word over there. Before trying to incapacitate it, just be careful not to hurt it too much. How about just killing it? Killing it? Are you out of your mind? That's the oldest and rarest creature we've got. It is unique. Killing it would ruin so much work. I don't even wish to think about it. I refuse to think about it. I know this is all complicated and everything, but you will be able to do it. Commas, please. But, so, I know this is all complicated and everything. It's both complicated and everything, which is a reasonable way of describing it. And then, comma. But you will be able to do it. The better question is, will you? No, I'm Carrie. I'll do it. Let me have the neural pacifier. Very good. Here is the device. He gives you a portable neural pacifier. As soon as you get the chance to use the device, place it on Psycho's head. Line the markers on the device with a place where the two halves of the carapace open to expose the brain. Once lined up, press the only button on the device and stand back. Everything else is automatic. Just step away and you will be fine. Follow the corridor past the holding pens and go down the stairs. Ironically, probably not ironically, but we'll find out if it is ironical or not. The lower level is full of dark passages, which will no doubt make the job a tad more difficult. Yes, I was correct. It is not ironical at all. I don't even see how it is coincidental, let alone ironical. But anyway, Chort guide you. Oh, and do not try to open any cells there unless you wish to be culled on the spot. Oh, I do wish to be culled on the spot. But we are out of time for the day, so we're going to have to wait for the culling in the next episode. For right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Underrail Expedition. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.